Here now is Republican strategist Angie Wong and Democratic strategist David Carlucci. Great to have you both on the program. Thank you. Angie, I'd like to start with you. You know, right now the markets, they appear to be responding fairly well, you could argue, to this latest round of tariffs. However, many are still warning and concerned that if this continues long term at the status quo, we're going to see a major increase in prices. What's your perspective on how all of this plays out? And when is it fair to judge the success or failure of the president's tariff strategy? We know this is one lever of a larger financial plan.
And that's right. In about 200 days of the new Trump administration, he has done more to reset the American economy than most presidents do in 4 years, even 8 years. It's only been 2 days since the new tariffs have actually gone into effect. And already we're already seeing revenue coming in. The Treasury Department for the month of July has already received $30 billion in tariff revenues. So let's give the president a little bit of runway, and then we can, assess if these things are working or not. But we are starting to see real progress. We have over 90 countries that are paying tariffs to America, and we've already done deals with at least 8 countries. Coming down the pipeline this week, we have possibly a deal with China because that deadline ends on the 12th. So a lot of good things. And you know what? At the end of all this, what Americans will get will be lower taxes and a reduction in our deficit. We've got, $37 trillion in deficit? This is the only way to claw this money back. If we're getting $30 billion every single month, we can finally start writing those checks to pay back our debts. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And hopefully the U.S. Court of International Trade will not be blocking this when they see the progress. But we have to give the president some runway to do his job.
Well, David, I'll let you comment on that, but I also wanted to ask you, with some of this money coming in from the president's tariffs, he said he wants to prioritize paying down the debt. At the same time, he's talked about possibly sending out rebate checks to Americans. Now you have Senator Hawley out of Missouri proposing an act that would give a minimum of $600 per adult and dependent child. What are your thoughts on that move, not only economically, but politically as well?
Well, yeah, Americans are going to need that rebate check because prices are going up. And this isn't theoretical. We've already heard from consumer brands like Procter & Gamble that they're raising prices across the board. That's for things like toilet paper and soap, the essentials that we depend on. So it's not a theoretical story. The Trump administration and his supporters will constantly change the goalposts. They'll move the goalposts. I mean, look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Any data that you put out that shows that this is not working, that the Trump economy is tanking, they try to put holes in, not say, any reason why other than it's partisan. So this is extremely problematic. I equate it, what Trump is saying now, that if these tariffs don't go through, it'll be the Great Depression all over. It's like yelling fire in a crowded stock exchange. These messages that Donald Trump is sending will wreak havoc on the economy for years to come. If the U.S. cannot be trusted on its economic data, that has far-lasting consequences than just the increase of consumer goods. This will be a problematic step for our economy for years to come.
Well, the other side would say, the economy, the markets right now are buoyant because they're assuming that these trade deals will be ironed out long term, finding a little bit of stability in this unstable state right now. When would you say, David, it's fair to judge whether or not this, in fact, was a successful move?
Well, we have to judge it day by day, and the data that we have to depend on, the president talking about the stock market crash and the Great Depression of 1929, well, we've been using unemployment data since that time so we can keep our finger on the pulse of the economy. And when the jobs report comes out and it's not favorable, it shows we're losing more jobs than the first time since the depths of the COVID pandemic that we had. We have to take pause and we have to pay attention. But what Donald Trump wants to do is discredit anything that is a barometer that could measure these economic wins. That's problematic. And I see it only furthering with these calls of the boy that cried wolf, that's what Donald Trump is doing. And anyone that tries to tell him different is somehow discredited. That is extremely problematic. And I don't think anyone can tell Donald Trump any different. If they do, they will be fired.
Well, Angie, I'll give you a minute to respond. That's all we have left for the panel.
Yeah, I don't see any evidence that of all this fear mongering coming from the left. I don't see prices going up. In fact, what I do see is that Wall Street is very, very happy right now. We've had some record high days in the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Main Street's super happy. Gas is low. Eggs are affordable. Groceries are affordable. So we haven't actually seen any of this fear mongering take place yet.
The jobs
when does
report?
that come in? I don't really know. The jobs report, we already know that it's going to get upgraded because guess what? Some of the data was faked. And we're seeing now reports of that.
Well, let me just say, Angie,
numbers are being revised.
I'll say this because quickly, you have 37% of people, and there have been some taking issue with this poll saying that they trust the president in this sector, in the economic sector, to make these decisions. Why do you believe there is a disconnect between some of what you outlined and some of what America's feeling right now as well?
Mainly because we have two eyes and we can see what's going on. I don't see gas prices going up. I see people spending money. I see CapEx going up through the roof. Businesses are hiring again, and businesses are spending money and investing in American economies again. So I see all the positives. I don't actually see any negatives.
And not rely on something like the Bureau of Labor Statistics, that's problematic. If we're not going to rely on one of the biggest corporations for consumer products in the nation, Procter & Gamble, saying that they're going to raise the price across the board because of these tariffs, we've got a problem with that. We can't just take a gut check for the economy. We have to have some economic indicators that we can trust and rely on. And just to put lick our finger and put it to the wind, that's not an economic strategy.
Well, I think the question
if that is our strategy, that will wreak havoc on our economy for years to come.
It does become, is it short-term pain for long-term gain? And that's what everyone's trying to figure out. And how much runway do we have to get there? How much can people afford and sustain? Angie Wong, David Carlucci, I wish we had more time. Thank you both very much for being here.
Thanks.